Deleting our social media has become almost as trendy as social media itself, because we all know how damaging it can be to our self-esteem if we use it the wrong way. And it's definitely not easy deleting social media. I haven't done it. But deleting the apps is not the solution, because if you don't fix this one thing, then you will reinstall them anyway. So I will not talk about the most common advice out there, like to limit your screen time or put these blockers on your phone or put your phone in a different room, because like that you're actually just treating the symptoms and not the cause. And if the cause is still there, then you will always find a way to get back to the apps. The actual problem is that we're addicted to dopamine, and we get these dopamine spikes every time we scroll. So our brain is trained for distraction and trained for new things, which is the infinity scroll on social media. This is what makes it so addicting. So our brain is used to this constant stimulation. The problem is with this artificial dopamine spike is that your level is on another high, so that all the normal experiences, like normal conversations with your friends, walking your dog, talking to your kids, it just feels dull and more boring. So maybe you've tried already to put your phone away, and then you realize you're taking it again, like a few seconds later. Because if you really tried to sit with that discomfort, you would realize that thoughts might come up that you try to ignore, or you even feel this unpleasant feeling like you are addicted to something and you need to have it back. So the uncomfortable truth is that deleting social media won't help you. But actually, you should aim to understand yourself better. When I started truly wanting to improve myself and looking at my own life and trying to be better every day, this is when I just stopped caring so much about what other people's lives look like, and I stopped compulsively checking their stories. Because if you think about it, if you spend your whole day watching stories of other people, then of course your life feels boring, because you're not doing anything. You're just looking at your phone, watching other people live their life while yours passes. I've been through it myself. So the first thing I would do is to try to find a hobby for yourself which doesn't include any other people. Because I understand meeting friends is cool and all, but the problem is, what do you do if you don't have them? Like, if no one has time, what will you do? And you will automatically fall again back to the scrolling. So you need a hobby that you can do anytime without anyone. I used to have major anxiety, especially in summer when, you're outside all the time, you always see groups of people hanging out together, and sometimes every one of my friends already had plans. And this is when I felt the most anxious, and I would always distract myself with the phone. But once I realized what I can always do, no matter what, is I can always go for a walk by myself, and I can always listen to a self-development podcast, like something that motivates me, that inspires me, or maybe think about something that you really loved doing as a kid, and maybe you don't find it exciting anymore because you think, oh, now you're a grown-up and now you're just busy. But it's not that. It's really that reaching for the phone and this new content it seems always more exciting to our brain. Try reading a book again, like you used to do. Or maybe you loved painting. Like, get yourself a canvas or just a simple piece of paper. Try to reawaken that hobby again. What personally helped me a lot is also reading personal development books, because they gave me a new perspective on things. And only through that I realized that I can impact things. And I have control over my life, and I'm not stuck in the current situation that I'm in. Another thing that you can do, because it will distract you from your phone, is doing some sports. You can go running, you can go to Pilates, you can go to a dance class, you can go to a pole dance class, you can go play football, you can go play racquetball, paddle, whatever floats your boat. And another way to be less obsessed with social media and watching the content of others is simply to be obsessed by your own life. And the easiest way to do that, which I love to do, is to romanticize your own life. You can do that, for example, by having a cute little morning routine, and it doesn't have to be some crazy stuff like meditating for half an hour. You can simply prepare yourself a tea, a little matcha. You can get a cute little journal and write your gratitude in there. Or when you go to the gym or to your Pilates class, you can wear your cute outfit. So you really romanticize it and you feel amazing every step of the way. And what helps me personally is to also document that. So I have an app where I collect my photos in little folders One folder is for my creative hobbies, one folder is for the gym. I did one for my December lock-in goals. So this way I can see how I'm showing up for myself and romanticizing that. And now really just think back to when you were a child and you were so excited for this new toy that you got. I was literally playing with stones. Like I would make a stone factory where I would employ my sister and she would help me grind the stones into powder, and we made a whole business out of it. Like as kids, we had such a great imagination. But this phone, I think most of us don't realize how much power it has over us. And it's not that the phone is the devil. Like the phone is very powerful. There's also social media is personally inspiring me. It's really about learning how to use it and not to restrict ourselves. But once you learn not to want it because you rather care about your own life, then you're onto something, and it will be easier for you to let go of the phone and not constantly having to check social media. And maybe that's an uncomfortable thought at the moment, because you think, if I'm not that much on social media, maybe I will miss out on all the jokes and the memes. But actually your influencers and your friends will still be there. And that's why we're not deleting the apps. We're just using it more consciously. And if you don't have the constant need to distract yourself, you will see how much time you suddenly have for your hobbies, and that you can actually do what you want to do. Honestly, you have nothing to lose. Just try it out. And even if you think, it's no big deal, I just want to watch funny content and everything, I understand that. However, just try out this experiment. Let me know in the comments what your take is on this. Have you tried deleting social media before? Has it worked for you? Maybe not, because you're here. I'm definitely still on the journey to try not to be addicted to my phone. So let's try to be 1% better every day.